within the game. He tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Nah, flex. Why you dare look in the press? Feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Tampa.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Quay Walker gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On play action, now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. Then on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers caught left side by Cobb. And he goes out right around the 39. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
It's caught. And it's 8-0. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the ps6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the ps6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Brady now to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Brady now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught by Evans. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd down and goal. Brady, and in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Brady's going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line.
26.
Throwing is Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
He finds Watson complete.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers again now. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Nixon now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones
looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. The 20. And